On Friday, August 25th, city officials gathered at the Central Fire Station to celebrate the Bristol, Tennessee Fire Department's recent designation as an internationally accredited agency. The Commission on Fire Accreditation International designated the department with agency accreditation on Friday, July 28th.
This is a significant accomplishment. There are fewer than 250 departments worldwide that have reached this accreditation. Less than 1% of those across the United States have reached this milestone, and we're only the 5th in the state of Tennessee to have accomplished this. We joined Alcoa, Brentwood, Maryville, and Kingsport in this distinction, and it is through your professionalism and your pursuit of excellence that made this happen.
First and most important step toward accreditation, and I mean this sincerely, is you have to have the support of city management and the governing body. And we had the absolute support of the city manager, Mr. Bill Sora, and all of city council, including Mayor Young, Vice Mayor Fire-Robin, Councilwoman Running, Councilwoman Powers, and Councilman Chad King. You have to have that to start with. The second thing you have to have is you have to have a group of great guys, because all these guys lined up over here, all of them aren't in uniform, but you can see them. They work real hard. It's a credit to them, and it's something they should be proud of.
I value accreditation, whether it's in education, our fire departments, our professional training that folks do in manufacturing. There's a great opportunity for people to better themselves, and that helps us to also say, you know what, we've gone through this hard work and this effort, and we're going to keep it up, and it's going to be a bit more work to continue to maintain that, but by maintaining that, we can also help add value to those in our community. Kingsport helped us. We'll have an opportunity to help some others be able to step up their program as well. And I think it's a great opportunity to be able to add value to our partners in the region or further out who need to call up some of you, as I'm sure Alan and David have met a few other folks who have been through this process, and they can now pick up that phone and say, hey, this has come up. How are y'all dealing with that? And it's not necessarily, well, we don't know who to call. So why accreditation? It helps us be better prepared, and be ready for whatever comes. And I'm so glad that we've done this. At the end of the day, I think each of our members of the fire department will be better in the process, because I know some of y'all have other things going on, and whether it's that interaction with some of our volunteer fire folks out in the county or elsewise, I think it helps convey best practices. It's not just what happens here, it's what happens outside of here. And thank you. I appreciate all the efforts, and look forward to seeing this rolled out and recognize it. And today we're here to celebrate it. So let's take a few minutes and enjoy the moment. Thanks for all your work.
I think this is a time of great expectations. We had great expectations from you guys to come home with certification. You did it, but it's still continued expectations that we were told that there are a few more things that we need to be working on our current status, as well as we want to shine in 5 years when we go back for our recertification. So we have expectations that we're going to work on those and do well. There's also expectations from for city council and for city manager to support those, to fund any things that we need to do to maintain that certification.
The 252 criterion that they look at finance, are our practices in purchasing things in finance, are they up to national standards? And they were, absolutely. Look at your communication center, your dispatch, things you may not even think about, like backup dispatch center. Should severe weather or something take out your primary, how are you going to do that? And then obviously your actual fire and emergency services that you provide. It's very much a performance-based accreditation. where they look at response times and number of firefighters on scene and the tasks that you can accomplish once you get there.
One of the biggest things in this process that we learned was that we was doing a lot of things right. We just wasn't documenting that we was doing them that way. So we learned a lot about our documentation. One of the main benefits I feel like that we have achieved here is it's important to me to see other people successful. What this has done is we've laid out a 5-year strategic plan and made a roadmap for the next generations to come to follow to keep a successful plan within the fire department. So it's a longevity thing for us. And that's the big part of it for me.